Welcome back. We have breaking news on jobless claims. I want to clarify what I just reported because I threw a lot of numbers at you breaking moments ago. 198,000 initial jobless claims reported. In terms of continuing claims, 1.884 million continuing claims. Markets were moving on these numbers, and I wanted to get it out as soon as possible. 198,000 initial jobless claims and 1.88 million on continuing jobless claims. You heard Nancy Lazar tell us that the numbers were low, and she has been seeing green shoots in jobs. We've got other breaking news this morning. President Trump, with his strongest condemnation of attacks on law enforcement yet, posting on Truth Social this morning, saying this: if the corrupt politicians of Minnesota don't obey the law and stop the professional agitators and insurrectionists from attacking the patriots of ICE who are only trying to do their job, I will institute the Insurrection Act. Many presidents have done this before me and quickly put an end to the travesty that is taking place that in that once great state, writes the president. The president also posted about a federal judge declining to block ICE operations in Minnesota. The judge was appointed by former President Joe Biden in 2021. And we are following this fast-moving story as well in Minnesota. Joining me now is former acting ICE director and former federal prosecutor Jonathan Fahey. Jonathan, your reaction to what is taking place in Minnesota?
Well, just real quick on President Trump's post, I think it's entirely appropriate to implement the Insurrection Act because what Minnesota is doing is so beyond what any of these other states have been doing. Both the leaders, Governor Walz and Jacob Fry, have been using their power and their authority to undermine and prevent the enforcement of federal law. So I think President Trump is spot on here, and it's really outrageous. And you would have to look for a historical analog to what's going on with some of these states and fighting against the federal enforcement of federal law. You'd have to go back to the civil rights era, the Civil War. This is really unprecedented, and I think they're forcing President Trump's hand, and I think they want to do this, quite honestly. I think they want the confrontation because Tim Walz doesn't want the scrutiny on this fraud, and Jacob Fry, just like this helps his social justice profile. But really, it's so bad what's going on in Minnesota. These agents are the ones acting out the democratic process because they are enforcing laws passed by Congress, and it's so outrageous, totally appropriate.
The Insurrection Act, which is from 1807, allows the president to use active duty military or federalized National Guard on U.S. soil to put down an insurrection, rebellion, or violent unrest. That is exactly what we are seeing in Minnesota. It helps him enforce federal law when the states cannot or will not do it, and protect constitutional rights if state authorities fail. This is why the president just posted that, because we are not seeing the governor or the mayor, as you just said, Mayor Fry, stop these insurrectionists and agitators. The president called them professional agitators from getting in the way of ICE operations. Now, a DHS employee reportedly leaked the personal information of thousands of ICE, Border Patrol, and federal agents who are enforcing President Trump's immigration crackdown policies. The information was shared with the founding of the doxing website called ICE List. That list shares agents' personal information. This is incredible what they are doing. DHS reporting an over 3,000% increase in attacks by vehicles, vehicular attacks, and an increase of 1,300% in assaults against agents just last year, Jonathan. How will this stop?
Yeah, this is so outrageous, and this person, whoever did this, needs to be prosecuted because this was deliberately done to put agents in danger. And you're right, putting these stats, how much the threats have increased, the assaults have increased. And imagine being an ICE agent, having your personal information, your address put online, because these are people that have husbands and wives and children, and it's just scary, it's intimidating. But this person, it's a federal felony with a 5-year max per leaks. So you're looking at 4,500 leaks. Hopefully they will catch whoever's involved and prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law. And some people have described this person as a whistleblower. This is not whistleblowing. This is not revealing fraud or abuse. This is directly intended to harm agents, and this really needs to stop, and this person needs to be held accountable. And anyone publishing this really should take a look at themselves as to what they're doing, because they're putting people unnecessarily in danger.
Yeah, it's incredible to me that they are doing this and completely ignoring any criminality that the government is pursuing here. The administration is pursuing taking down illegals who are committing crimes.
You're exactly right. And you know what the good news of the whole Trump immigration policy is? Crime is down 20% this year. We are having a record low decrease. We may have a record low number of murders this year because of all of this. So Trump is making the city safer, particularly Minneapolis. We've seen the people they've been arresting, child predators, violent offenders. So they are making things safer. So that's the good news of this policy. Americans are safer. And that's why the Democrats are going so crazy on this, because it shows the president's policies are effective, they're working, they're making people better, and the Democrats, the core of their electoral strategy, most people I think realize it at this point, is illegal immigration, and they are fighting every deportation like it's a vote getting kicked out of the country.
Yeah, let me get your take on this. The Brookings Institute reporting a negative net migration for the first time in at least 50 years. Net migration hit between negative 10,000 and 295,000 last year, Jonathan.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And again, it shows how effective President Trump's policies are working. Not just the deportation, but nobody's coming in because we have a secure border, and both immigration enforcement and the secure border are intertwined. You can't have one without the other. But we're also seeing benefits of this. We're seeing Americans' wages are rising. Americans are getting jobs that they were otherwise not getting. We're seeing safer communities. We're going to see falling housing prices. We're also going to see better health care and better quality schools. This is a huge win for the American people, and thanks to President Trump for sticking with this fight on immigration, because it's so important for public safety, national security, and quality of life.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's going on all over the world, right, Jonathan? I mean, this is the big issue. Illegal immigration for every country. President Trump is finally trying to do something about it. Jonathan, thank you for weighing in on all of that. Jonathan Fahey joining us. Stay with us. We'll be right back.